Welcome to my channel. This is Muli. So today's lesson will be looking at kinematics analysis and physics as a summary. So guys, what I want you to understand is that kinematics is all about studying motions. So the kind of motion which we'll be looking at, the motion which is in vertical or in horizontal way, or neither in vertical or in horizontal. What are we supposed to do if you encounter such things? No wonder you need to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out in other videos which I have for you guys. So now let us look at what I'm talking about. Please, each time we are given something in physics, you never be told that it is on the XY plane, but it's up to you to think and imagine that something is what? On the XY plane. So maybe something is moving in that direction, or something is moving in that direction. Are we together? So what you need to know is that gravity, there is no gravity in the horizontal way, but the acceleration comes from the particle, the way the particle itself, the way it is moving. But there comes changes when something is moving what? Vertically, either that direction or in this direction. Acceleration is always what? That of what? Gravity. That's what you need to understand. Is that of what? Gravity. Same particle, maybe for instance, this same particle is moving in those directions. This is what you need to understand. But what if it is moving in this direction? I'll explain, don't worry. Then note that also the XY plane is what? Arbitrary. But you need to be consistent, don't be changing. So I would advise you that always just take it the way you have been taking it in your high school, so that it becomes easy for you. So that nothing will be changing from the way it is. Then the laws which are associated with what I'm talking about, it is Isaac Newton's law. There are 3 laws. So I explain more also about these laws. As you can see, I'll explain. No wonder you need to do what? Subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out what I have for you guys. Then when it comes to horizontal, think of this car. So this car, you need to imagine it as if it is what? On the XY plane. Then you are able to do this movement which the car is what? Doing. Then when it comes to things which are moving vertically, we will use these examples here. For instance, something is thrown upward. You need to imagine this, that it is moving in the y-axis. In the y-axis, this will make your physics much easier. Or this scenario here, you need to imagine that something is moving what? Downward there. Then you need to know that acceleration, there is no acceleration when something is moving in this direction. Acceleration is what? Gravity. You need to understand this. It is very important. Only velocity will be associated. Then when it comes to formulas, you need to understand that the formulas will be what? These formulas, there are some modifications. They are the same formulas you have been using. Now there will be just some modifications. What do I mean? Like the S used to stand for distance, but now we'll be using what? X to stand for distance with what? That symbol, which means change in distance. Then the other thing is that the initial velocity used to use V, but this time we'll be using what? That symbol, I mean, it is V naught or V with a 0. Then the final will be using what? V, as you can see. Then everything remains the same. So these formulas are just one the same. They have just been what? Modified. Then now the formulas will look like this. Now when you're talking about x-axis, if you want to be more specific, from those formulas you just add the x, so that you are saying that you're dealing with things which are what? In the x-axis. Then when things are in the y-axis here, you just include the y so that you are more specific. Here you can even put g. Here it changes because acceleration becomes gravity here. Where there's a, always just put what? G. Now let us look at the other scenario now, whereby something is neither moving in the x or y motion. So here, that's where now vector comes in. Like someone kicks a ball, it is neither moving in this direction or in that direction only, but it is covered in both directions at the same time, because as the ball increases in the y, also it is increases the distance in the what? In the x. To make sense, let us look at this on the xy plane. As you can see here, it's showing the changes until whereby the velocity in x and y becomes equal at certain point. Then as it reduces for y and also for x start reducing. So that's what you need to understand to imagine these things. Then the formulas now, they are the same formulas I've been talking about. The only difference comes in, we only just modify them. So no wonder we don't master formulas in physics. Understand the concept, then the formula will start coming in. No wonder the approach which I gave you is what? Very important. As you can see, these are the formulas. Hopefully you're able to see physics as the entire course. Like this guy, the way he's viewing his things under a microscope.